I'd like to hear from Alderman Stowe, and then we're gonna do something. Like,
I haven't interrupted anybody, and I would appreciate the same respect. That meeting, Mr. Norman, I was there, and I got...
Adamowski.
No, behind you.
You're looking right at me.
Calm down, Ed. I mean, this is...
He's right here.
This isn't civil discourse, right here, you know? When I was at that hearing, you were talking, I mean,
If you're addressing me, I know the
Yeah.
protocol is you address the president.
Right.
of the board.
Well, I'm trying to look at what I'm
Charles,
talking
no,
about.
you're supposed to address it
Well,
here.
I don't wanna
This
be
is-
disrespectful, I
No, but that's the way it goes.
understand, but I'm trying not to be disrespectful.
New Alderman.
When I was at that public hearing, 2 weeks before the date of the public hearing, the date got changed. A lot of people didn't show up because they didn't even know when the date was, okay? Why that happened, I have no idea. But Mr. Norman was there, and I was trying to speak at that hearing, and the Board of Ed heckled me because I had formed reputation for myself as axe to tax. And that public hearing, I got heckled, and then I went to speak, and he was telling me, your time's up. You know, I'm not finished here. I'm don't wanna be interrupted, please. I don't wanna be interrupted. I'm done with that. The boat has done an excellent job. We have a bunch of people on that board that are exceptional number crunchers, and I think they do outstanding. But as far as this public referendum goes, I tell you, I sat there and I didn't have a vote. I wasn't on the Board of Finance, and I sat there and I listened to all the problems that the city of Ansonia has. And I'm a resident, and I believe I'm a team player, and I would like to see all the things that we need be had, okay? But when I started calling people up again, because that's how I got elected, I went knocking on their doors and saying, what would you like from your official? And that is a missing ingredient that BOAT has. They do not have to get reelected by their public. They don't have to really answer to the public. We do. We have to answer. And those people told me, I can't survive. I can't pay my bills. I'm talking to people that are 45 years old, both working, and telling me it costs them money to pay their bills every month. What do we do for them? I think that that's a good idea that they get to vote on the tax. Some of us have been here so long, we forget who we work for. The aldermen work for the people. They don't work for the government of this city as far as worrying about how people get paid. There's a governor in Wisconsin, Scott Walker, who managed to fix his budget, and everything's working out there, and they're trying to throw him out of office right now. There's answers to this system is broke here. Either we're going to get economic development in this city and get some businesses, or we're going to choke the life out of the citizens. They can't afford this. It proves 600 people apply for a policeman's job. We got $3 million in back taxes. I mean, all the indications are there. This is a failing system.
Charles, I listened to everything.
That's I'm done.
Listen to everything. You're talking all over the map here. You're talking about economic development. You're talking about what happened in the meeting.
It all fits
Hear me
together,
out, please.
Mr. President.
Hear me out, please.
Mr. President, it all fits together. It's just like furloughs. It's
Charles,
just like
The words out of your mouth were you didn't like to be interrupted, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Okay, thank you. We've got all different things. We're talking now about the proposals we did when we brought the budget up. We're talking about how to fix remedies, where everything else. We need to address what we're doing with this piece of paper in front of us here. What I would like to recommend, I'm just throwing it out. You people vote whichever way, you make a motion, you do whatever you do. I think this is the single most important charter change there's been in the city of Ansonia in decades. Is being proposed right here. This doesn't need to be decided by 6 people that he appoints or 5 people that he appoints. This needs to be decided by the Board of Aldermen, what happens to this proposal, how it needs to be changed and all. I think this proposal should go first to the Finance Committee, of which 2 people are already here. You can make your points at the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee should look at this in rehash it, look at it, decide what needs to be done with it. I can tell you a change already I would propose to have here. In here it says you vote either yes or no on each side of the budget. As a person who worked in a town where they had this kind of a budget and it didn't work, they now allow them to vote no too high or no too low, or they vote yes. Because people that wanted more money in the education system, if they voted no, the budget gets turned down. And theirs are written specifically that every time it came back from a referendum, it had to be lowered, not raised. And certain people wanted certain things put on the municipal side or so forth. So you were allowed to vote for the budget, yes, or you were allowed to vote no because the municipal was too high, or no because it was too low. There's many ways this can be tweaked, but it should be the Board of Aldermen. The Board of Aldermen are the people that have all the power that's written in that big book that's sitting over there, that goes on for pages. They should look and they should decide what's best. The Finance Committee can work this out over time, then bring it back, and then this group can decide to take it to a charter revision. Because if we just decide to go to a charter revision, those 6 people or 8 people or whatever he does are gonna look at every single thing that's in the charter, not just this. This is important to us. This changes the financial structure of the city of Ansonia. My recommendation is that it goes to the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee can take its time. They can hold public hearings. We can find out what the people want. You can hold public hearings on this. You can bring the people in. The people can say they're either in favor of it or they're against it. Maybe they have other suggestions. That's where I think it should go, not to a charter revision. We don't even know tonight, and haven't got an answer yet, whether it's a 3/4 vote or a 2/3 vote. I swear someplace in there, I saw that it's 3/4 vote. Okay.
I think it's 2/3.
Okay, then when we do it, we know it's 2/3. But that's a recommendation. We need to do something with it.
Mr. President, I think it's a fair proposal. I think that certainly we want to take our time. I would say, one thing I'm worried about is, I don't want to be too timid and have it basically, die off in a committee. And I also know that no matter what we do, say we do propose something by 2/3, the mayor will still have to, of course, appoint the Charter Revision Committee. They will still have the ability to take a look at everything, and they may throw it out and do something else. However, that doesn't mean your points are wrong about taking our time. And I like some of the ideas you mentioned, and as I said, this is a first step. I don't mean it to be the final step. I've never said that.
John,
So I agree with you.
We worked with this Finance Committee. They haven't been timid. You were a part of it. Alderman Tripp was a part of it. I think we can take a good look at this.
I would say let's put a
I
little
think
bit
we'll
of
have
a
our
time frame.
discussions and our arguments over certain points of it, and I think that's where it should be.
I think, I trust the members that we won't drag it out. So I'd say moving it to the Finance Committee and having a meeting on it is the best way to go.
Even that.
If I was given the opportunity to be recognized, I was going to make the recommendation that it be sent to the Finance Committee. 15 minutes ago. Before everybody gave their
Seconds.
opinion.
I'm sorry. Alderman Tripp, seconds. I've only done it twice tonight. Okay.
He's the ugly brother.
Okay.
So we're sending this as a communications or is something, we're sending this.
We're sending this as a starting point to the Finance Committee. We're sending the proposal.
Sure, we have to vote on this?
Yes, we do.
Roll call vote, please,
Roll call
Mr. Chairman.
Adamowski,
Yes.
Duffus,
Yes.
Stowe,
No.
Tripp,
Yes.
Janetti,
Yes.
Mott,
Yes.
Finer,
Yes.
Bell,
Yes.
Reagan, Adamowski,
No, to send the resolution to the Finance Committee.
Yes.
Reinhill,
Yes.
Ramey,